Hello, everyone. I have done my project on the semiconductor industry, focusing on its heart, the Silicon Valley. I'd first like to talk a little bit about the history. This all began with William Shockley, an American physicist who moved to the Bay Area from his job at Bell Labs in New Jersey. Here he created Shockley Semiconductor. However, 8 of his employees, later known as the Traitorous Eight, left because of Shockley's poor management style. They created Fairchild Semiconductor, and from that came a series of new firms called Fairchildren. These companies would undertake one of the moments in the production process of the semiconductor industry and specialize with that, whether it be the design of the machines that create silicon wafers or the very manufacturing of a specific product. Everything was concentrated in Silicon Valley. This brings me to my second important point, the mode of organization. Silicon Valley is vertically disintegrated because of two main reasons: money and specialization. Since each moment in the production process is so expensive, like a fabrication plant where integrated circuits are manufactured can cost upwards of a few $1 billion to create and maintain, it is more cost efficient for firms to split up the production. Additionally, this specialization allows companies to commit all their resources to one moment and ensure that it is carried out as well as possible. However, Intel is the one exception to this organization. Intel is instead a vertically integrated firm and undertakes all part of production under its one roof. They do this in order to keep their production techniques a secret, to remain competitive on the market, and honestly just because they have the means to do so. Finally, a little bit about the employment trends and the future of Silicon Valley. Jobs in Silicon Valley have been steadily increasing since its beginning. So has its diversity. However, just because Bay Area and Silicon Valley are diverse places doesn't mean that barriers aren't still in place. In her paper, Silicon Valley's New Immigrant Entrepreneurs, Annalise Saxenian describes a glass ceiling, representing the invisible mobility barriers many face as non-white professionals. These barriers are still heavily prevalent today, and they include the lack of minority executives in large companies and the wage gap. As for the future of Silicon Valley, it is likely that much of the heavy manufacturing will continue to move out of California and towards East Asia. As seen on this graph, the US chip capacity has been steadily decreasing since 1990, while those of East Asian countries such as South Korea, China, and Taiwan have been increasing. This doesn't mean, however, that Silicon Valley is no longer going to be a hub of the semiconductor industry. I think instead that its focus is going to change, and it might center more on the design aspect of production and software. Ultimately, though, Silicon Valley is here to stay, and in its short lifespan has created millions of jobs and billions of dollars for the economy, along with the very innovations that have allowed me to record this presentation. Thank you.